Okay. So I think we're live here.
Yes, yeah,
I
I can
believe we're
share
live.
this.
Okay, good.
Okay, everything is working.
Everything works good. So we wanna start our show. So welcome everybody to the Uranian Astrology School and my Astro World's live
Yeah,
free Uranian astrology classes. So we're excited to be back. And
yeah.
oh, that looked good. I liked the way that looked. All right.
Looks great.
Yeah, so welcome back. So we've had a couple of everybody knows we've had a few problems with sound, with all kinds of things, but
Yeah,
we're back up and we're running and we're reorganizing everything and we're going to get into that a little bit, but let's just jump right into our prayers, okay? And get everybody here who's here. We'd like you to, you know, be paying attention. All right. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to do one little thing that I need to do. There we go. To get our little prayers up. Okay. So if we could get everybody to take a nice deep breath, cleansing breath from whatever your day is and whatever happens to you, that would be great. Nice deep cleansing breath, everyone. And a nice deep breath of unification with each other. And a nice deep breath of unification with God. Okay. And dear God, we gather here together at a dark time in a dark world, and it is apparent that history is repeating itself. We seek to heal and help by assembling and sharing clear Uranian astrology that is easy to understand and use. And we invite everyone to collectively illuminate themselves and the world to enter here. Our goal is to shine brightly together. We seek, share, and spread only the highest Uranian astrology methods, and we lovingly invite the spirit of truth, wisdom, and clarity to abide here and in all of us. May the light and love in our work spread and grow throughout the world, and so it is, and we thank you. Amen. Okay, guys, so we have a lot to do here, and I'm just checking in some of our little things. So, as we said, it's a whole new world, and we want to go over what's going to be happening here moving forward with the Uranian Astrology School. Ooh, let me fix that. Hold on a minute. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, let's bring that to where that should be. Okay, there we go. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're no longer going to be doing these long lecture classes. What we will be doing, and we're going to start admitting them this week, are very brief 2 to 5 minute multi-slide video demonstrations. And they're going to be targeted method videos and recorded and posted weekly prior to the shows, to the live streams. We're going to be meeting twice a month on the server to work in the classroom on student charts. We will, because we've had a problem in the past with everybody wanting to do everybody's chart but their own. This does not work. I don't know how many times we have to say it, and you know what? We don't want to be nags, and we don't want to be here repeating ourselves and wasting valuable time. So we're just going to change our policy. If you're a student here, we will help you review your chart and the analysis of your chart in the order of the classes and your learning, where you're at, your stage of learning. We will help you review and do the analysis of nuclear families members' charts. We will help you review and do the analysis of a spouse or significant other. We will help you with learning how to do accurate predictions. We will help you review all of the real Uranian astrology methods. That is what the school will be doing moving forward and how we're going to operate. No more doing your therapist because you're exchanging astrology for therapy. No more doing your boss because you want to know what's going on with them. No more doing your neighbor across the street or your sister-in-law or brother-in-law or trying to find out about this person or that person. We're not doing that. This is absolutely not conducive to learning good Uranian astrology. It's not helping you. It's very frustrating for us, for all of you, not to be learning at the rate we believe you should and you could if you would stop doing all of this other mishigatz. That's a Yiddish word, by the way. Anyway, so we have that happening.
Yeah.
The next, go ahead. Did you want to say something?
I don't know. I just wanted to say that we found that this gonna help us and you and the students who are trying to learn this. Like we found that learning the astrology this way will help you understand everything much quicker and much better. So all you need to do is like just register to our Discord site, Discord server, and then we might, try to talk to you, because in order to do this, you need to be on your desktop. Like we prefer that will be on your computer for this, because the analysis is going to be a lot. And you just have to log in and have to be able to talk with us. We couldn't do this through text or anything like that. It will be much better for everyone involved if you can get on the phone, not on the phone. I mean,
Well, yes.
get on your laptop and be on call with us. Yeah.
It is kind of a phone. If you're on the server, you click the
Yeah.
you click the phone icon. So it is
Yeah.
it is
I know. I
literally
mean,
so
yeah.
it's on our
Just to
server,
be clear.
right? But
Yeah.
so it is that. And as Nice said, and I actually didn't put it in here, you do have to have a computer. You cannot do
Hmm.
this from a phone. And unless you have a massive tablet that you're plugging into a TV, which again, you're going to be slowing everything down.
No, even so, you have to
Yeah.
be on call, and I don't think tablet can handle all of that.
No.
It's gonna be it's gonna be
Yeah.
easier for all of us if you're on, a computer. Yeah.
So you need to be a member of our Discord server and admitted. And
Mhm.
now is not the time, by the way. For everyone who tries to join in the middle of a show, not the time. For everyone who tries to join in the middle of the night, not the time. Listen, if we don't get back to you, it's because we're not awake or we're busy. We will get back to you. Leave your Discord open. Everybody who tries to join, we get back to them. We reach out to them. We send them a little message with a little robot waving at them, a little Discord robot or whatever it is, or we ask them how we can help them. So we will admit you. Just be patient. But
Yeah.
all of this impatience from everyone who's getting something for free is kind of nerve-wracking and insulting,
Yeah,
by
we are
the
not
way.
charging anything.
Yeah,
By
it's
the way,
like
we are not charging anything. If anyone tells you that we are charging, or if anyone tries to charge you for anything, but that's not us. We never charge you for anything.
no, that's not our
Yeah.
goal. Our goal is to prove the astrology, and if I don't think anybody's really proven it more than we have, and we still have a
Mm-hmm.
long way to go. Okay,
Yep.
so there's that. You need to
Yeah, so
get,
all the links,
go,
right? All the links are in the descriptions, and yeah, that
yeah,
feel free to reach out to us. Yeah,
right. So get a copy of Rules for Planetary Pictures. You have to get it from UranianAstrologyBooks.com. Everybody else is either outrageously charging you. If you're not in the United States, you have to go to the Uranian Astrology School in Hamburg, Germany, and order it from Michael Feist. He's distributing the
yeah,
rule book out of Europe. You need this book. You cannot be taking this class, studying Uranian astrology, and using Nigelman's rule book or the rule book that Walmart is selling. It has to be the Rules for Planetary Pictures that Ludwig Rudolph published.
yeah. And we are
Okay.
not affiliated with them. It's just
No,
the
we're
best
not.
place to get the book right now, but
Yeah.
we are not affiliated with. Again, we are not
Affiliated with
getting.
anybody. We are, you know who we're affiliated with? Each other. This is what this world is.
Yeah,
And you know what? Let
yeah,
me point something out. If anybody has ever needed to do a do it yourself or a fix it thing, and we had this experience too recently with um OBS. If you go on YouTube, there's tens of thousands of do it yourself videos. Out of all of those
right.
videos, 10% of them might actually be offering you valid, good and valid, useful information. The rest of them are pretty much a waste of your time and energy. And that's not our goal. Our goal is not, to waste your time. Our goal truly is to teach you. You have to work with us though. So you have to, look what we've done to make it easy for you. The app. You have to have a My Astro World account. If you want to practice and work along with us, that's what you're going to use. If you're going to post questions or anything online, we would like for you to use our app because we have the triple pattern markers, we have the graphs, and because of what we used for the data in our app. All right? So there's that. And none of this is costing you anything. Another thing, we do need you to be a critical thinker. For the love of God, don't come here and try to join if you're going to tell us that your moon is in your eighth house and Venus is squaring your Pluto. We don't even think that that's valuable. And by the way, if you haven't taken a good look at that, that's not telling you anything. That's astronomy. That, to tell someone where your planets are and how they're aspecting each other has nothing to do with the interpretation of astrology or a chart. It's astronomy. You're out there telling people it's the astronomy of your chart. It's not general astronomy, but it's definitely the astronomy of your chart. It's not astrology. So that's no good. That's what we consider astrobabbling, and it's frowned upon. And it's really going to impede your ability to learn if you don't stop that. If you're one of those people who does that, that's something you need to work on. Okay. We're going to start giving out certifications. And the reason we're going to do this is Uranian astrology is relatively new. And as a result, there's a lot of people out there, and we've seen it, who claim to be master Uranian astrologers and teachers and giving classes, and they truly don't even know how to read a chart. I've seen their work. I unfortunately have paid some of them. So we do know that what we're doing is good and accurate work. I have a good and long history of predictions, and we are going to get to working on the election. We'll get to that, just not right now and not today. Um, so we I, I gave this a lot of consideration, and we've talked about certain things, but we didn't. Nice and I didn't even have a chance to talk about this. I feel very strongly that if you qualify, if you can do what Nice can do or what I can do, you deserve a certificate. If you've mastered the work, you should get a certificate, and we should give you one. And in order to get the certificate, a qualifying exam is going to have to be administered to the applicants. And the things that you should be tested on are going to be accurate synastry, your ability to do cold readings. We're going to test you on predictions and your ability to do predictions, accurate predictions. Your use of the proper methods will be mandatory. Working charts openly with others on the server. There will be, as part of this, the cold reading part, there will be an oral exam where you have to cold read someone. And it'll be something that we're looking for in someone's chart that we expect our students, if they're qualified and they're certified and they have my skill set or Nice's skill set, they should be able to do it. Now, this is something we're going to charge money for. I don't know how much. Nice and I have to talk about it. But if you want to
Mhm.
get, if you want to get certified here and you want to get a certificate and you want us to give you an exam and you want us to really test you and hold your feet to the fire for a master skill set, we will. But you're going to pay for the exams. We'll give you the classes, we'll give you everything else, but you will pay for the exams. And they won't be easy. Okay? But if you pass them, you'll be able to go out there and compete with us if you want. I don't recommend it. Not that I think we're better than you, but I think that the smart thing to do would be to join with us because there's enough work out there, particularly with things that are going to be happening in the future, in risk management astrology, and we would be the team to align yourselves with. We have the experience. Um, we have the interested clientele. What we don't have is the time and the manpower. As a matter of fact, and this is absolutely true, we refunded a donation and a reading this past week, didn't we? we just gave them back their money. It's like, sorry, you,
Yeah.
we don't have time. We can't explain it. We can't book you. We're sorry. We just gave them back their money. So that's very real. Our time is very valuable, and we believe that your time is valuable too. And if you're going to actually commit to this work and be a serious student, you should get, if you're going to be able to, at the end, master all of everything that we teach you, you should have something to show for it. So, Nice and I are going to talk about that. I don't think anybody's even close to being able to be tested or getting certified right now. So we're going to fine tune that and mold that a little bit better and roll that out. But this is definitely on the plate. Now, the future live streams are going to change. The format is going to be a Q&A based on methods and whatever videos you see that week. Whatever's visible and you can see, like in the short videos, when we do our live stream, you can submit to us a question in the class with your chart, which we will be prepared. So nobody will see your birth data or anything online, and we will go over your chart for specific methods using your chart or the chart of someone you know. And we gave the parameters of what that's going to be. That's going to be your significant other, your spouse, one of your children, your mother or your father, or a sibling. That's it. We'll be doing chart reviews. with anyone who wants to do their chart reviews. We will also get to current events. Obviously, the biggest, most important current event on everybody in America's mind is the upcoming national election. I have not had more time this week to spend on the election, and I do have to tell you, I don't think it's good for you to see every little detail of how we're going to unfold this election. I have to work the charts and put these classes together for all of you. We just recovered from, as you can see, we're not having our lagging problems. Did you notice that, Nice?
Yeah.
Okay, I resolved that. we we fixed our sound, we fixed our lagging, we fixed everything, and we're actually we're restructuring the entire school and program. I don't know why, but is that me or you? The static.
I'm just gonna mute.
Okay. So uh, one of the things that we wanted to do in the restructuring of this is we want to make this a more efficient school and easier for you. We think and we believe that if we stick to, a brief video on this is a solar arc, if we do a couple of very brief videos, synastry, if we do a couple of videos on predictions, if we do a couple of videos on, I believe it was Lyle who wanted to know, he was asking me some questions about math. I can't remember what it was about the math. I think we need time to each week to go over with each student at their own pace and at their own rate. That's something we do in the bi-monthly meetings on the server, but we can go over some of the basic overviews online on YouTube. Hi, Where Snake, how are you? Hi, Lyle. So here's the thing that you asked me, Lyle very specifically asked me a question about the math. I'm almost positive it was him. Oh, it was sensitive point math that he asked me about. So this was one of the reasons we kind of decided, you know what, if we do these brief videos, this is better. We get distracted a lot. People just message us and they ask us a question, and right then and there, they're working on something and they need an answer, and we get it. It's fresh for them right then and there. But you're taking us away from something else we're doing. And getting back into that groove when you're doing creative work and you're building a program or establishing something new, it's very frustrating. The creative process, as far as building this program, has not been easy. It's been a process that's taken quite a few years, as a matter of fact, to figure out what the best way to teach this and what the easiest way for students to learn is going to be. But we also know something that a lot of people do not take into account. You cannot teach or learn Uranian astrology generically. Uranian astrology has to be learned and taught anecdotally. It's specific to you. When you begin to see how a particular midpoint changes its value, how a formula changes its value from what you take something like a Neptune Hades in this chart versus this chart versus this chart. How in this chart it might be an illness, in this chart it might be mysticism. How in this other chart it might be occult practices. How in something else it might be research. What is attached to it? There is no generic definition, even with the rule book. Putting the pieces together and learning how to apply the everything all at once factor in Uranian astrology is a key element to mastering the work. Discerning, Tia had mentioned that she had trouble understanding the last four TNPs. The last four TNPs were not done by Alfred Witte. They were done by Seegren and Rudolph and Ledfeld. And I believe Ruth Brumman came in and she helped them with those as well. So Alfred, who had meticulously established the system, I believe had left the basis for the last four trans-Neptunes. I don't think these other gentlemen manufactured these names randomly. We don't know. How significant it is to learning, we also don't know. I can tell you that I'm finding the distinction between the original German and the American translations to be pretty significant. And that in their significance, they can literally change the outcome. In the same way that Neptune Hades in one chart is going to mean one thing and in another chart something else. Meridian Hades. A lot of people who have Meridian Mars Hades, people see that in Uranian astrology, they think that that's a terrible thing. Almost everyone I know who works in the medical field has markers like that. If you look at Alfred Witte's chart, he was a land surveyor. He had Hades to the Aries point. Hades is understandable, but in Mitos is not, because Hades is dirt and problems and fixing things, and it's one part of karma, but in Mitos is vast amounts of land. And in Mitos is property in vast amounts of land. Hades is just dirt. So if you're a farmer, the Hades is going to represent you farming and tilling the soil, but the Admetos will represent the amount of land you have. Maybe Hades is going to represent, if it's aspecting your sun, a physical disability. Admetos can also represent a physical disability if it's aspecting your sun. The inability to move. Because it would bind you. So we realize, because of these distinctions and because we know these things, we have to get all of our students focused and very streamlined. Everyone has always made the same missteps. A lot of people will have paid for their homework rather than do their homework, which isn't useful or helpful moving on down the line, by the way. If you want to learn this quickly, if you're going to read your homework and study it, by all means, get somebody else to do it for you. But you have to sit and read it and study it. Look at your chart and study it. The more students have deviated from spending time and focusing on their natal charts, the longer it takes for them to learn the astrology. The more frustrated they become, the more frustrated we become. That is not the goal or the point. The order in which we give you your assignments is very important in helping you learn this work. just because you were able to pull off, with a little bit of help, finding 3 events in your chart doesn't make you ready for prime time. You're going to know that and find that out the more charts you look at. And honestly, I think Nice will agree with me when I say it's looking at the same charts over and over and over again that is the absolute best thing you can do to learn the astrology.
Yeah.
I go back to events that happened 20 years ago. Every now and then I'll see something in a chart of somebody else, and it'll make me think, let me go check this that happened to this other person. I recall this. This looks similar, but not. It's similar, but it's not the same. And that unique distinction can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
We want to achieve our goal, which is to help all of you learn and master Uranian astrology and to really give it the chance out here in the astrology world that it needs. We want you to master it. We don't want to be the only people out here mastering the work. We would like a team of people to come and join us and work with us. That is part of the goal. And we are still proving what's left to prove. This is a work in progress. I keep saying, and Nice does too, that we believe that this is a language. It has to be unfolded. We're still building it. As people are joining us, everyone that has joined us and is assisting us brings something very powerful and useful to us. The people who are fluent native German speakers have helped us beyond measure and explanation, because it's helped us to understand and really to put our finger on the pulse of places we saw flaws and we recognized that there were problems, and to actually fix it and to change how we teach. So starting next week, or starting this coming week, look for a couple of videos on some of the methods. And we'd also like for all of you to please submit your natal delineations, everything at once, after you check with us from the Aries point. We ask every student to please submit your Aries point delineation and set up a time to talk to us to go over your chart and your Aries point delineation. At that point, we will let you know whether you're doing the delineation correctly. Many people did not do the delineation, the natal delineation correctly, despite the instructions. I believe the natal delineation instructions begin on page 26 in the beginner's manual, which you can download from the Uranian Astrology School site. Okay, so we're going to be back here next week doing a live stream. If you have any questions, you submit them on the server or somewhere on social media with your data. Don't ask a vague question. If we have your data, then we'll pull your chart up and be able to answer that. If you know we don't have your data, make sure you get your data to us so that we don't have to put it out there on the live show next week. But moving forward, that's how we're going to be operating. You have anything to add? Nice?
No, I think this is great, and yeah, we just need to, again, we need to verify you as well. Like the first time you enter the server, we have to be able to call you, get you on a phone, and then after we did that, we can admit you to the student section where we can discuss and we can talk, and you can talk to other students as well.
Right. And we're really going to start cracking the whip here, and we're going to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
everybody starts doing things the way they should. If you have comments or questions, we appreciate it. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Okay? I think we're going to get off Twitter and Instagram. Or we'll have them connected. I don't know what we're doing. To be honest with you, we're on YouTube, but I don't know that our life or our business or what we're doing needs to be spread all over social media. Do you know what I'm saying? This is our goal is not to be some social media whiz. that's, that's not the goal here. So we'll see you guys next week. We know that this is a brief little class. Lyle, did you have any questions before we head out? That you wanted me to go over, and I do have to go over. You need to hang out because if you have your headset on, I need to go over your Aries point with you and your natal delineation homework, which I mentioned that to you on the server, and I guess you didn't see that post. Hello, Lyle. 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 I wonder what happens to Lyle. Yeah, it's going to be every week for now at midnight, Greg. For now. This is the time we have to make ourselves available to Nice for live streams. The videos are going to pop out whenever. So I'll record them and put them out. But what we need is we need your questions because a lot of you have the idea that you understand something or you're doing something right and you're not. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to give an exam. Okay? we you are not checking with us. We also understand that you don't want to go into the details on YouTube. We get it. Okay. Lyle, did you have a particular question? If not, I'm going to meet with you after after this, after the live stream, if you have your headset, and I'm going to meet with you and we're going to go over your homework. Okay? I wonder how long the lag is in terms of our speech. It's been a heck of a thing trying to get everything up and running, let me tell you. After the eclipse,
Yeah.
and I think I want to switch to Linux or some other operating system. I'm just seeing I'm seeing all the signs on the horizon with all the warnings about Windows 11, and your computer isn't ready for Windows 11, and they're going to discontinue Windows 10, and I'm just every time I see the first thing that goes through my head is you need to go to Linux. Get ahead of this. Get in front of it. Don't let this control you again. Okay, I guess I know Lyle's around and he's on the server. He's a student. So we're going to hop on the server just about the Aries axis. Okay, so I'm going to meet with you privately. We're going to go over your chart as soon as this is over. Well, not as soon as this is over. I'm going to talk to Nice for a few minutes and then I'm going to come and talk to you. Okay, Lyle? So don't disappear. I'll be on the server. But we're going to be back and you'll be looking for our little videos throughout the week, little brief videos, and then you'll be able to very specifically ask us questions because this is the best way to teach us. We need to make sure all of you are learning. I'm seeing some things on where people are saying, and they say that they were my students. They're saying that they learned something from me in Uranian astrology, and I'm mortified. I was like, I never taught that. When did I teach that? And now I'm starting to go back through videos. It's like, wow, when I was drinking wine during live streams, it might have been more than I thought. Mm, it's scary. All right, anyway, that we're going to wrap it up for tonight, and we'll see all of you guys here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Okay, and we want to thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you. And thank you all for joining. Wow, we got a nice showing tonight. Quiet, but a nice showing. Okay. All right,
All right.
everybody.